Hello everyone, in this video I'll explain what is class diagram, what are the different elements are there in the class diagram. Next we'll see what is the class diagram for library management system on the railway reservation system. So first this mainly class diagram describes the structure of the system, how the structure is defined. Mainly this class diagram describes the functional description of the system and how the different functions are related, what is the relationship exists between the functions, all those things. So, class here means each class is defined for special functions. Mainly this class diagram contains classes and the attributes of the classes and operations of the classes and the relationships between the classes. This is one simple example or notation of ML class. Here a class represents a concept which encapsulates states means attributes and health behavioral operations, and each attribute has a type and each operation has a signature. The class name is the only mandatory information here. Here we have different sections in the class. Top section we specify the name of the class. Next section contains the attributes of the class, and next section contains different operations. So this is a class without signatures. Here this is the class with signature. Means type of the attributes and type of the operations, or type of the operations passing through the operations or return through the operations. If type is specified, then we call this class with signature. If type is not specified, then the class without signature. As we already said, class name is appears in the first partition, class attributes specified in the next partition, and class operators, or we also call them as methods or functions, is specified in the third partition. Each passing parameters are specified in the method section, and return type also specified in the section, in the operator section. And class visibility here means here we have some signs before these attributes and the operations. So what is the purpose of these signs here is plus denotes the public attributes and minus denotes the private attributes, and hash denotes the protected attributes. So we know that public attributes means if any operation or attributes is specified by plus, means they can be accessed by same class or outside, or any other classes, outside classes also can access this attribute. So minus means only this class operations or methods can use these attributes, or only this method or operation is specified here only in this class. So other classes cannot use this operation. Hash denotes protected attributes. Here protected means some of the outside classes who would defend the protected mode, they can use this, otherwise they cannot use it. So these are the class visibility operators. Next one is relationships between the classes. Till now we have seen what is the structure of the class, and what are the different sections of the class, what are the attributes of the class, means what are the methods or operations of the classes means. So now we will see what is the relationships exist between the classes. So there are many classes are there in the structural diagram of the class diagram. Then how to represent the relationships between the classes here is, there are many different types of relationships. exist. Not many, few types of relationships exist between to tell the relationship between two classes. They are association, inheritance, realization, dependency, aggregation, and composition. First, coming to the association. So when we use association is if two classes are communicating to each other, that means some information is flowing from one class to the another class, then there should be some link between them. So then we use association relationships. Association is a simply a single line connected the two classes. So different cardinalities are there to represent this association. Here the relationship between student and instruction is it may be one to one or one to many or many to one or many to many. So one student, many instructors can instruct one student. So that's why here the relation is one to one star, one to many. So or one instructor can instruct to many students. So here the relation is many to one. So there is a cardinality is there between two classes, and this cardinality is represented by like this when we are using the association relationship. And next one is composition. Composition, when we use this composition relationship here is, suppose a relationship between class A and class B is there, and there is strong life cycle dependency between the two, then only we use the composition relationship. So if one delete, then other also delete. Suppose here person, head, hand, leg. Head, hand, leg are the child classes of person. So when a person exists here is if head, hand, leg classes exist, then only person class exists. So if there is a strong relationship between the classes, then we use the composition relation. So next one is aggregation. So when there is a parent-child relationship exists between the classes, then we use the aggregation. For example, not only parent-child relationship, if child is a child to many parents, at that time we use the aggregation link. Suppose that means a class A instance is not the exclusive container of class B instance. In fact, the same class B instance has another container also. That means some child is also child to many parents. At that type of classes, we use aggregation. For example, if you see in this diagram, car and engineer's inspection is two parent classes. Engine and wheel are the child classes. So this engine is a child of both car and engine specification. So that's why we use aggregation here in this case. If one child has only one parent, then we use inheritance. But one child has many parents, then we use aggregation. Next one is inheritance. So as I said, inheritance means child-parent relationship. Only one parent exists between the child, then we use inheritance. One parent, multiple childs. Here bank account has either checking account it may be, or it may be a saving account. So multiple instances are there. Then multiple child classes are there for one parent class, then we use inheritance. Dependency relationship is used if one class is dependent on another class completely, then we use the dependency relationship. And this is the class diagram of library management system. Mainly in library management system we have a library class, alert class, member class, catalog class, staff, student, general, books and issues. And each class has some attributes. Library means some ID should be there, name should be there, and one more operation in the library module is get details of some student or faculty. By using ID and name, the library class will get the details. Like each class has some details and the relationships are there between the classes. Here staff and students are members of the library management system. So that's why inheritance is used between staff, student and member. Like books also, issue is there, general is there. So books and issues are inherited from the books module. And there is a relationship is there from catalog to library and it is one to one. Each library has only one catalog, so association between library and catalog is one to one. And there is a strong relationship exists between books class and the library class. Without books no library, so that's why a strong relationship exists between books and library. So here we used here we used composition relationship between books and the library system. Next, class diagram for railway reservation system. Here different classes in railway reservation system are train and ticket booking and railway date of birth and passenger and payment. So these are the different classes in the railway reservation system. So each train has some train number, name, distance, etc. and timings and get train number. These are the operations. And the relationship between train and ticket is many to many. Actually, many trains from many trains we can book many tickets. Like railway date of birth and to ticket is this is one to many because the date of birth is only single, so it is one to many. Like a passenger to ticket means more passengers can book one ticket or one ticket can be booked by the many passengers. So these are the relationships exist between the classes of the railway reservation system. Thank you.